guess Glenn and Abraham were lucky too.
You say anything like that again to me, I'll break your jaw, knock your teeth out. You understand? Say yes.
Yes.
We took the guns you had in your house. The Saviors wanted ours, all of them. There were 2 missing from the inventory. They were gonna kill Olivia. Spencer.
Spencer distances here and then does what's called the global sensation. He looks away and then swallows. We distance as a way to protect ourselves from something that causes us stress. Clearly being confronted by Rick makes him feel uncomfortable and his brain forces him to look away to distract himself. This could also be him trying to be non-confrontational, as eye contact could be seen as a challenge to authority. Either way, he's super uncomfortable here. The global sensation, or strong urge to swallow when stressed, is caused when the muscles in the throat begin to tense up, due to the effects of the defense mechanism being triggered in the brain. This shows that Spencer is incredibly stressed by Rick confronting him. He's afraid. Rick, on the other hand, makes extremely confrontational eye contact, which is likely why Spencer reacts in this way. He's dominant and feels completely in control, and thus his brain doesn't feel the urge to distance. His head is also tilted, which is a method of sound localization, and shows a high level of alertness.
You went into my house? They were gonna kill Olivia. Look, I'm not faulting you for having the guns. I did it myself, but the food and liquor, that's because you're small, Spencer. You're weak. You got lucky with the walls. You got lucky with us.
Spencer then does the global sensation again here when Rick confronts him about stealing food. He's incredibly uncomfortable and afraid of Rick. Rick is continuing these strong and assertive levels of eye contact here, coming across as completely dominant and in control of the situation. He tenses his face when talking about Spencer stealing, which is deliberate and is just Rick trying to express his disgust. These behaviors are completely controlled by the conscious and assist us in communicating with people. The body language I'm interested in is the communication that isn't controlled by the brain. These subtle but noticeable behaviors that can give us an insight into the person's true feelings.
We should have made a deal with them when we could have. Oh yeah, we're so lucky. You've led us all to the promised land, isn't that right, Rick? Here we are. I guess Glenn and Abraham were lucky too.
When Rick changes his proxemics and walks away, the threat that Spencer feels is far less, and thus he feels strong enough and safe enough to shout out to Rick the things he was too afraid to say before. Rick scratches his face when walking away listening to Spencer. He's clearly causing Rick stress, which is why he pacifies by rubbing his face here. Rick is dominant and in control, but he too feels the stress of the confrontation. This is perfectly natural. When Rick hears the names of his dead friends, he stops, slowly lowering his eyes to the floor. Now, there isn't much research into this, so I'm going to be careful with what I say here. However, typically looking to the floor has been associated with the feelings of guilt and shame. He slowly lowers his eyes to the floor, which rules out a distancing behavior, as they are always fast and abrupt movements, not really controlled by the conscious. His eye movement here is slow and deliberate and controlled. I think he's possibly recalling the many strong feelings associated with Glenn and Abraham and their memories.
You say anything like that again to me, I'll break your jaw, knock your teeth out. You understand? Say yes.
Yes.
Spencer tenses his mouth and exhales strongly here when Rick threatens him. The mouth tenses again, the muscle tension causing the lips and mouth to contract. The body tenses up the muscles to make them stronger and more resilient to damage, improving his chances of survival should he be attacked. He then exhales as a way to pacify the stress. Exhaling is actually a very good stress reliever, as it acts as a reminder to the brain that we are not in any physical danger, and that you're not needing to breathe rapidly. It acts as a sort of reset to the brain, telling it that you're no longer in any danger. Overall, this scene is just really impressively acted by both Andrew Lincoln and Austin Nichols. You can see Spencer is terrified of Rick here, and takes his threat very seriously. Rick is incredibly intimidating, and this scene makes you realize just how powerful he is. It's an amazing scene. So thank you so much for watching this video, guys. If you did enjoy it, please be sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more content, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.